Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm here on behalf of the finance team to talk to you about stewardship. So stewardship is our responsibility for God, for caring for our community and our creation. So I'm here to talk to you about what's happening within the parish of All Saints. So the parish of All Saints is changing. We sit in the top 5% of the most affluent parishes in the country here. But there's some hidden numbers. 1 out of 10 of the housing here is social housing. Nearly a quarter of us live by ourselves. 1 in 15 of us form part of the elderly population, of which I'm rapidly moving towards. 1 out of 10 of us are single parents. Did you know there's 1,000 more people living in our parish this year compared to last? 1,000 more people. And the parish is starting to get younger, rather like me. And this is reflecting in our congregation. You can see it. You can see it here today. Christenings and confirmations are starting to draw people towards All Saints. And we've recovered to pre-COVID levels, which doesn't sound very much, but when you set that against the backdrop of nearly a quarter of the churches in the UK seeing a drop since that time, this is quite a remarkable achievement that we have. We're one of only a few churches in the whole of the Diocese of Guildford where this is happening. So people who like a community pastoral church, they're coming to All Saints, and we can really start to see that. But we've got some work to do. Only 2 in 10 come from the area in that blue box. So that triangle in the middle there, that's our parish of All Saints. And this is where people live. So generally people are living within Onslow Village itself. But our parish extends beyond that. And there's only 2 out of 10 come from there. Only 2 out of 10 from the social housing and the student community. So in the finance team, in 2024 and 2025, our job is getting us ready for the big build. It's our job to continue. That's mission 4 and our journey with God. We're here to make sure we keep our church running day to day, but we're also here to fund the development. That's really important because our church is starting to grow. And we want to be ready for the big build. We want to build more community groups so they can start to occupy what will be quite an incredible space. So by the end of this year, if you can picture it, we want to see that we're continuing to grow this intergenerational church that we've got. That in itself is quite a rarity in churches in the UK. The fact that our older generation talk and discuss and are with our younger generation, that doesn't often happen. If you're a church with more than 2 children in your congregation, you're a church doing better than 50% of every church in the UK. So this is quite a stark statistic. So we want to grow our youth ministry. We're already doing a number of these things. We are listening to our youth, but we want to call our young people to ministry. Prayer should be fun. We want to keep our youth visible, and we want to bring more people on board who want to work with our youth. And it's really important that we start to grow our pastoral capabilities. As our church grows, there's going to be more demand for this. So we want to grow the team. We want to train the team and give them more capabilities to offer more services from All Saints. We want to focus on our senior ministry. Lyndon and I went to a church growth conference a few months ago now. Bishop Bev Mason was talking and she said, and it really stuck with me and still does, Jesus is not a sleeping partner in this mission. He's there walking with us all the time. So that's what we want to see by the end of 2024. Grow our pastoral team and grow our youth teams. So I'm going to jump forward now up to the back end of 2025. The Big Build community have done a community audit. And I just want you to think what it would be like if Jesus was in our church right now. What would he do? What would he say? How would he welcome people? Keep that in our minds into 2024 and 2025. And the Big Build have come up with these suggestions, which we split into 4 areas. Community care, those in need, our youth, and our workers. So community care, the need for a hot food kitchen, senior ministry, things like hand massages, crafts, stamps, even trains. That really warmed my heart when I saw that. Even trains. Community lunches. And those in need, some emergency food cupboards and a food bank. And our youth. We have a number of students living here. Universities generally don't give help to students when it's time to get a job. There's plenty of professional people here who can help with CVs. So we can offer those sort of services. A toys room and a growing youth community. And then what about our workers? Well, there's a demand for co-worker space. We have lots of co-worker space we can offer. And hey, why not? Why not? I've had a tough day at work ministry. Why not have one of those? Because it's tough out there. So I'm pleased to say that the 2024 budget just about balances. There is a bit of a deficit. It does just about balance. And we get £58,000 from people sitting here today, an astonishing amount of money. So to fund our church in 2024, to do all the things that we want to do here, we need to improve our income by 5% to get us to 148,000. We're going to be spending a little bit more, so we have to improve that to 7%, a little bit more than that. And then to fund all our growth plans, we need to grow our funding by about 8%. So that's another £5,000 amongst everybody here. And that's what I'm asking you to consider in stewardship today. We know times are hard, and digging further into our pockets is a tough thing to do, but I'm hoping that you can see what we're trying to achieve here. As a community, all of us together. So this can all be possible. So if you gave £50 a month, then that's £12.50 a week. That's about 3 cups of coffees down in the high street. So if you gave £50 a month, could you consider increasing that to 55? Just that extra amount will make a huge amount of difference to us. And if you gave 100, then move that to 110 would be hugely appreciated. So how can you do that? If you've got a mobile phone, you can go straight to that QR code right now. The QR code is also printed here on our leaflets every month. You can also change by the leaflet that we've got here at the back. My commitment to All Saints. You can also fill that in. So there's plenty of ways that you can help out. So let's see where this journey is going to take us. Thank you.